on the weekly ISP, but are they going to need to have this in a separate form to be able to pull that information out as a report?
They do have to have that available, that's correct, Joyce. And it needs to be identified in such a way that it can be directly attributed to the visit or the client on the day that the client's visit took place and the screening was documented for that visit.
And also to just clarify, this is just an example. I know you may not see full criteria, you may not see every type of example that you have listed, but you can cater to what your client's needs are, your agency's needs are. These are only examples.
Absolutely, thank you, Joyce. That it is appropriate to your own clientele and what is best for your staff and clients, making sure that you're meeting the minimum standards, but in whatever works best for your agency type or UPS agencies. Okay. Next slide. So the time frame for PAS screening, you do have a grace period that is on the alert. We were hoping to get this out a few days earlier, but it did get kind of hung up in the process of getting posted. And so we are expecting now that you move from documentation by exception to daily documentation as soon as possible, and we'll be enforcing that as of July 22nd. So we said the 15th in the last webinar. However, now we're giving a few extra days based on our inability to get the alert onto the website more quickly. Okay. So now moving on to what would be screening criteria for home health and hospice. So for home health and hospice agencies, you must document temperature for COVID-19, and those are all the symptoms that were listed in the criteria on the previous slide, as well as symptomatic responses when doing your screening. And that must be incorporated into the record as quickly as possible. But because we are aware and have been told that there are even some home health agencies and hospice agencies who were screening and documenting by exception, that you also have until July 22nd to bring your agency into compliance with screening for all instances and documenting that screening. For inpatient hospice facilities, we are expecting that you are doing your screenings as well. At a minimum, that's going to be on a daily basis. That is consistent with other facility types. However, you may choose to also